That technology's taken over. Yes! What's up guys, BrunsNick's back and it's time to introduce the Ethos Hybrid. Now what a compliment to the original. This ball gets HK22 Cohesion along with that Savvy Hook 4.0 Hybrid. Crazy performance I'm expecting, and we're gonna find that out with SPECTO running, of course. But before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now let's see what this new Ethos Hybrid does out on the lanes. All right, time to check out this new Ethos Hybrid. Beautiful looking bowling ball. I always have a thing for purple. You know me, Purple Hammer, Zone Classic, Ethos Hybrid. Same core as the original in this ball. That symmetrical lower RG ball, RG's 2.48, differential is 0.53, and has that foot block on the bottom for a little extra pop on the back. Now speaking of pop, this ball gets a huge upgrade with Cohesion additive to go along with that Savvy Hook 4.0. Now this is a hybrid, original one was a pearl. This ball comes out of the box sanded, so it should be able to handle a lot more oil than the original. So a good 1-2 combo there. We're gonna see what this ball does. I got SPECTO running. We're gonna start it out. We're gonna move it in, bowling on crown jewel pattern. Your typical house shot, 43 foot, 13-to-1 ratio, 22, 23 units. Nothing crazy. This is what you would see back home. So we're gonna start it out on 15 board. And I always drift. I like to drift, so where I start is not where I end up. I don't walk straight. Let's try this ball out. Wow. Hello. That thing revved up like an ASIM to me. You put that very dynamic cover over a cord that's pretty flippy. It's almost like a mushroom type shaped core, almost quantum-ish, but it's symmetric. Man, wide separation. I always talk about on these symmetric balls. You know, I drill them with a 4.5-inch pin and they flare so much, sometimes they clip the thumb on the back flares. So right before it hits the pins, clips it a little bit. Usually only happens when I move in and throw it slower, rev it harder. But good to see this ball's got some life. Oh man. All right, gotta go a little bit faster, I think. I wouldn't call that like a stone 9. That was like a pray for God, spray and pray, hope it holds. It did, but that's like your 4.9 type hit. I think I'm just gonna need to keep it in the oil a little bit longer with a little bit more speed, and I think we're gonna be lined up now. And this ball, HK22 with the Cohesion, not a ball to be trifled with. All right, a little more speed, just kind of jam it on in there. So let's start moving it in. I think this ball is going to benefit from more open angles. I don't think this is really a ball you start with trying to play straight. This is a ball you transition to once you're big asymmetric bowling balls are just a little lazy, you need something to pick up the back end just a little better. So let's start moving it in and see what we can find out with this Ethos Hybrid. Straight angles. It didn't look that great. Moving in and hooking it. That's a good zone. Some bowling balls you just need to shape. Some bowling balls you got to recognize when you're fighting them. When you're fighting the ball reaction, you know, you go light mixer, 9-pin, whatever, where you just can't quite get it to face upright. Change your angles, change something. I did. I moved 5 boards there. And I went from kind of hoping to hit the pocket to no doubt. Let's try one more shot here. What do you say? All right, little light mixer action, I like it. Yeah, cover stock wise, with that Cohesion, you don't need a lot of surface. 500, 2000, I'd call that your very versatile cover stock prep. Very easy to duplicate if you need to go Some people just put 2,000 on top. Not exactly the same. You got to repeat the steps, 500, 2,000. That way, all the peaks and valleys from the 500 are underneath. Cut it with the 2,000, and that's how you get your surface. Let's move 5. 5 more. We'll be on 25 now. A little more swing. Yeah, that thing's flaring a lot. I'm starting to hear it. Catching that thumb on the back flares. A lot of flare. The core's doing a lot of work. So that tells me that after drilling on this layout for me, the number is going from 053 to probably well over 060. The only way to really find out is if you get it on an RG swing and check it out. But I'm just going to go with a safe assumption there. See if maybe we get this in the oil and see what it does. You can just see that core. Certain bowling balls, you know, you see that axis stay for a second and then it kind of does its thing. This ball just goes right off of its PAP, starts flaring like crazy, doing all sorts of work from the very beginning. So this is a very active core, does a lot of work all throughout the lane. It's flaring, wide separation, it's good for heavier oil. That's bottom line. So what do you say? Let's move it again. End of the road here. 20 left, wide open angles. Just gonna try to slow hook it. That's the mindset. I'm not gonna try to overthrow it. Symmetrical balls, playing this far in, I typically have to bring the speed down. Hook. Okay, a little lazy on the back from this angle. Might have gassed it a little bit playing in like that, trying to keep it in the oil. Ball just never slowed down in time, so came behind the head pin, almost bucket. So we'll try it again. It's just doing so much work. I mean, you can see all that flare, and then you can see the back flares as it bow ties and hits there. Let's try it again. A little fast, that's all I gotta say. Come on, you got a trip 1. I haven't had a trip 4 pin in a long time. I feel like I deserve it, but I'm just not getting it. Let's throw one more shot there. I gotta be able to strike once playing this deeper inside angle. Let's do it. And then we'll move back to where I felt this ball was a little bit better. That's it. Here we go. That's it. Nice speed. More in the middle of the lane. Caught that dry towards the end. Had a lot more power on the back. So let's move it back. I'm going to move back 5. That last zone I was just in was pretty darn good. I'm going to keep it right there. So that 15 board left move, that's going to be where I finish up this video. But we got more HK22 cohesion balls in the line now. Now we're starting to see them on symmetricals, starting to see them down a price point. That technology's taken over. Yes! That is the way to end a video with the 8-pin king. It's been a while since I left one, but hey, still the king of that. So hope you guys learned a little something about this brand new, sort of brand new, Ethos Hybrid. It's got HK22 cohesion with that Savvy Hook 4.0 hybrid cover. If you got this ball based on the review, please let me know in the comments. It really helps out. I like knowing that kind of stuff. And as always, please subscribe. Check out the merch on Inside Bowling. Talk to you guys on another video. Why did I pop? Hold, please. Don't like that at all. Is that a drill vent hole? Mother, are you kidding me?